Hi there folks, welcome back to Rich Reviews. I want to thank everyone who's been commenting, liking, subscribing to this channel. Hope we get to 100 subscribers folks, that'd be awesome. So Kong Skull Island is the latest in the attempt to set up a monster universe that will lead to King Kong vs. Godzilla in 2020 apparently. And this is directed by Jordan Vogt-Roberts. He directed Kings of Summers a while ago, which I barely remember to begin with. And this is written by Dan Gilroy, Max Borstein, and Derek Connolly. And Borstein, I think, wrote the Godzilla film for Gareth Edwards. So this film follows a group of scientists and soldiers on expedition to Skull Island. So Bill Randall, played by John Goodman, Houston, played by Corey Hawkins, and San, played by Ting Jing, all tell everyone, hey look, this is a scientific expedition. We're going to survey this island because no one has ever seen this island before. And basically, nothing will ever happen because, quite frankly, these soldiers have been recovering from the strains of war, and this will be a nice, relaxing survey mission. Yeah, fat chance of that ever happening. Of course, then King Kong then attacks them, and basically this leads to some deaths. It also leads them to be separated into two separate groups. One group is led by James Conrad, played by Thomas Hiddleston, Mason Weaver, played by Brie Larson, Houston, San, and Thomas Mann, who was from Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, who plays a soldier here. Now this group meets up with the John C. Reilly character, who has been on this island since World War II. The natives here have taken John C. Reilly in, and I guess Kong protects these islanders from the outside monsters. The other group here, led by Goodman, Jackson, and Shea Wingham, and the rest of the soldiers, they have a completely different view of the situation because, hey look, they've just been at war. Maybe the nicest thing I could say about this film is that John Vogt-Roberts has made a serviceable film. For those people who have found that the Gareth Edwards film, Godzilla, was too dark, and those people who thought they had to wait forever to Godzilla to show up on view, this is completely opposite of that. Kong shows himself first 10 minutes of the film, and Kong appears every 10-15 minutes or so. Also, a very good thing here is the island natives are actually treated like an actual culture, not like the previous Kong incarnation films where they look like they come out of central casting, or they've been treated shabbily, or it feels like a racist character of an island people. So here's the deal, folks. I know there are some King Kong purists up in the air saying, oh, look at the horrendous changes they've made to King Kong, or the fact that this is not really Kong, it's some, like, giant ape. You know, get over yourself. It's like, here's the thing, I wasn't the biggest fan of the Peter Jackson King Kong film to begin with, because that was really Peter Jackson doing a 3-hour epic, because he just gotten off another series of films that were 3 hours plus. Some lore of the King Kong legend has been retained here, obviously some of the fog that hides this island, yes, you know, the Brie Larson, I think, you know, being nice to Kong, I guess, or, you know, the island villagers, there you go. But the problem here is, the fact is that these characters are not particularly well drawn or well thought out of. I mean, John C. Reilly may be the best thing about this film because he's been on this island for nearly 30 years. And I never thought I'd say this though, but boy, does Tom Hiddleston look bored. Compared that to Brie Larson, who looks like at least she appears to be having fun on this film, it's like, is it because Hiddleston and Larson had two different approaches to this film? I don't really know. First, another problem here is that the Samuel L. Jackson character, he and his men go into some very dark territory, but you're saying that dark territory isn't at all interesting, or it's my main problem. I mentioned earlier that this is a serviceable film, and that's the problem. I don't want a serviceable movie here. Here's the thing, I know that it's a habit lately of getting independent directors to do these big-time films here, but again, Roberts has found himself on a corporate-mandated film, and I don't think he necessarily feels like he wants to do. So God bless China for making back that $180 million there, folks. So this is Godzilla film, but here's the thing. These are two of the most iconic characters in film history, and they want to put them through a mandated, structured corporate film? No, you can't. I just don't think you can do that because I want a very interesting idea for this film. And I really don't want that to happen. So in the end, folks, Kong Skull Island is a serviceable film. That's no more nor less. And that's really what hinders this film. So Kong Skull Island, to me, is a subsequent weekend film. You really don't need to rush out to the theaters to see this film. You can see it anytime you really like, or within the next few weeks for that matter. So folks, what did you think of Kong Skull Island? Did you happen to like this film? Did you not happen to care for it at all? Put your favorite King Kong film in the comment box below. That'd be awesome, folks. As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, enrich yourself with knowledge. I'll see you next time, folks, with a more, reasonable schedule. See you, folks.